Empire 1-1 is getting ready fuel at this time.
Okay, hey, Empire 1-1 needs minimum fuel. What's your current weather?
And I have like 1,700 pounds of fuel left. This is extreme emergency for me. I'm gonna need some help on this approach to try to get on deck.
The flight deck of a nuclear aircraft carrier is not a runway. It is a high-speed trap designed to break the laws of inertia. Every time a jet approaches that steel precipice, it enters a dead zone, where technology and human reflex are pushed to the point of structural failure. On a land-based airfield, you have miles of concrete to correct a mistake. At sea, you have a moving, pitching target that disappears behind your own cockpit's nose the moment you need to see it most. The violence of a carrier landing begins with the trap. While a commercial pilot gently flares to land, a naval aviator must drive the aircraft into the deck with enough force to collapse the lungs of a regular person. The landing gear is over-engineered to withstand a vertical impact that would snap the fuselage of any other plane. This is power-on landing. You don't glide, you fly the jet into the metal. The moment the tailhook, a massive bar of forged steel, snags one of the arresting wires, the aircraft is subjected to a brutal deceleration from 150 miles per hour to a dead stop in less than 350 feet. For the pilot, it feels like being in a high-speed car crash every single day of the job. But the real danger lies in the wire. These cables aren't just ropes. They are complex multi-strand steel tendons connected to massive hydraulic engines deep in the ship's hull. These engines must be calibrated for the specific weight of the incoming jet. If the setting is too light, the plane pulls the wire out and sails off the edge. If it's too heavy, the wire snaps or the hook is ripped clean off the aircraft. When a wire parts under tension, it becomes a supersonic blade of steel. It doesn't just cut, it disintegrates anything in its path. Fire trucks, aircraft landing gear, and personnel. Night landings introduce a terrifying phenomenon known as spatial disorientation. When the sun sets, the horizon vanishes into a seamless black void. The only thing visible is the long-range lineup system, a series of lights that look like a tiny neon crucifix floating on the water. Pilots often suffer from the leans, where their inner ear tells them the ship is tilted when it's level, or that they are level when they are screaming toward the waves at a 45-degree angle. In this void, you stop flying by feel and start flying by cold, hard math. You stare at the meatball, the optical glide slope, and pray the ship doesn't heave upward just as you cross the ramp. The ramp strike is the ultimate catastrophe. If a pilot falls below the glide slope even by a few feet, the rear of the ship, the round down, becomes a wall of steel. An F-18 hitting the ramp doesn't just crash, it atomizes. The engines usually tear loose and tumble down the deck like flaming boulders, while the cockpit section is often launched upward or crushed instantly. There is no ejecting from a ramp strike. It happens faster than the human nervous system can process the danger. Even if the landing is successful, the danger isn't over. The foul deck is a constant threat. In the high-tempo environment of a combat launch, planes are parked inches from the landing strip. If a landing jet suffers a blown tire or a steering failure upon snagging the wire, it can swerve into a parking lot of millions of dollars of aircraft and thousands of gallons of high-octane fuel. One spark turns the deck into a funeral pyre. This is why the flight deck is a place of absolute silence in the face of absolute noise. Everyone is communicating through hand signals and eye contact, knowing that a single misunderstood gesture ends in a fireball. To survive the carrier, a pilot must master the Vulture. This is the mandatory reflex of slamming the throttles to full afterburner the instant the wheels touch. It is a psychological battle. Your brain wants to stop, but your hand must demand maximum speed. If you miss the wires and you haven't hit the afterburner, you will stall and settle into the Vulture pocket, the turbulent, low-pressure air behind the ship's island. From there, the jet falls into the wake, where it is promptly run over by the 100,000-ton ship that just failed to catch it.